Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy Daryl, and today I'll be doing my Utopia project. So, the name of this city is
Why?
Davetopia. So yeah. Yeah, Andrew playing. Okay. So first thing first, I create the law and the people can vote whether they use it or not, unless it's absurd, Just like, some rules you just have to follow. Okay. Next, we have a police force, and we keep them accountable by increasing. We keep people accountable by increasing their salary if they have a good record for a period of time. My core system is that we have a group of people not associated with the person we vote innocent or guilty. So yeah, in court. I choose the punished, but it can be changed, and the people can defend themselves. And the government takes care of emergencies. The emergency registration takes care of it. There are many centers in Utopia, so yeah. So we have 10 laws. If you are abled, you must work unless you are learning which job you want. You may not steal, and you may not touch someone or go on their property without permission. You may not litter, you may not have an abortion, you may not leave your kid without family. You must drop them off at an adoption center. So, also no killing, no speeding, no lying, and no drinking before driving. So yeah. So next up we got school, and school begins at 10 and ends at 3. So you will be taught English, math, and art, and you'll begin school at 6 years old. You will have 3 years of charter school,
How do I emote?
and you'll also
Okay.
have 3 years of
Huh?
middle school.
Where?
So yeah, and yeah. So you'll have 1 hour of math, 1 hour of um,
I
you
know,
have
I
one
know. How
hour
can
of
you put
math,
it?
1 hour of English, 1 hour of
No,
art, and 1 hour of
no,
PE.
no.
Is what you'll have in elementary. In middle school, you'll have 1 hour for every class, and you'll have 1 hour lunch and recess as well. So, school is about 5 or 4 hours. In a high school, which is 2 years, you learn math, English, PE, and another subject, and job study. So in job study, you basically learn about which jobs you want, and yeah, we help you with information, and we can kind of get people, and you research about it. And yeah, so the other subject can be a language, pretty much. You have to pick one. So yeah. Next are family units. So families will have 4 kids. Exceptions are that if you had more kids when you came here, like that's allowed. Let's say you have 3 kids, but next time you get twins, it's allowed. You have 5. You couldn't stop the twins from being born, and that also goes into my law of no abortion. So yeah, job study is where you take 1 hour to study and learn about jobs. Yeah, sorry, I'll edit that out. Sorry. Um, both parents have equal rights, and they, one doesn't have leverage over the other. So, yeah. Also, if your family moves in because they lost their house, it is allowed. Let's say you move in with your cousins, or they move in with you, because you or they might have lost their houses. Um, all houses are similar but different. You can decorate it with fences on your property. There will also be blocks. It is arranged in the same way we do in the U.S. So we have blocks, we have roads, we have parking space to get your cars out, and yeah. So there should always be a police department nearby, and there will always be a hospital that you can always use and come to. So yeah. Next we'll be covering the 5 most important jobs. Okay. So the first most important jobs are farmers to grow crops. The second job is government with a president and army, etc. The next job are teachers, since teachers will help the next generation get on and they will get higher pays to educate the young. Next we'll have markets over here, and we'll have doctors as well. So yeah, now I'm gonna be sharing what standards they have to reach to be that. So farmers must have learned about agriculture and everything you need to know about farming. Yeah. You need to know the best conditions to grow crops, and they need to have a habit of watering the plants. They have to take care of the environment and the food. They need to deliver food on time and stuff like that. So people with good habits, and you also have to have like what's it called? A degree and stuff. You can't just become a farmer. So you try everything because we want our food to be healthy. So the next job is the government. Workers must understand politics, they must understand people come first, and they have to be physically strong and mentally. They have to be trained in self-defense, and they must have worked and studied for their jobs. So you can't just get in without a diploma or anything, you have to work for it. And for presidents and politician leaders, as well as military leaders, they must have the qualities of a leader: intelligence, selflessness, and etc. Next up, we'll have teachers. The first rule is teachers cannot drink and cannot do any type of drugs. So they must be clean. So they have to have been able to talk with kids, have those social skills. They must understand how to teach kids in different ways. And they have to have a diploma. So next up is doctors. Doctors must be educated in medical practices. They must have good memory and precise movements. They must show up to work every day and time. They must have a diploma as well. So we're looking for people who have good habits and things as such. Yeah, and also they have to make the patient feel comfortable, that they're in a safe place and that they're not being scammed or anything, and everything's gonna be alright. They must be able to think outside the box and follow the rules and do what is best for the patient. So our next job is actually marketers. So marketers must be educated. They must have a diploma. They must know how to persuade the buyer. They must not lie. That is illegal, okay? To the buyer. They must do what's best for the buyer, and they must know how to end a deal, etc. So basic knowledge and habits. Habits are very important, and we teach in our schools over there. So next up we have our currency. Our currency are called D-Bucks. We pay with cash or credit, and then 1 D-Buck is 1 US dollar. We have D-pennies. They're the same as US pennies. You must pay taxes to support your community, and I give D-Bucks for payment. So yeah. Next, a form of transportations are vehicles. Soon more stuff will be incorporated, and other vehicles are allowed as long as they follow regulations. Like, for example, like you can't have a car without a license, and you must be of age. So yeah. And next we have the climate. The climate in my community is warm. The climate does not change. There are animals in my community, and there are dogs, cats, hamsters, horses, etc. We have wild animals in zoos, but if they're farm animals, they can be at a farm, you know, helping out. Like Mr. Llama over here. We got chickens and the horses in the coop. So yeah. My community doesn't care that we have technology, by the way. It is just a part of our lives, and we accept it that way, and we don't believe it's some satanic ritual or anything. So yeah. and we're not super advanced, but we're just like normal, like everyone else. So yeah, and yeah. So next up, we have my culture. So my people are called Deros. We speak every language, but we mainly speak Discord. We believe in Christianity, and we believe Jesus died on the cross for us and created the world and was also resurrected. We celebrate Christmas, Christmas, yeah, which is when you open presents with family. We have Crazy Russian Day, where you must take one shot of, don't worry, Mr. Strong, it's fine, orange juice, and we will do competitions, and when we give away 1 year supply of orange juice if you win. Next, we have David Day, which is a day where there is no work and there is no school, and to celebrate building this town. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, Mr. Wong. Please give me a good grade. But, yes, ladies and gentlemen, before we head off, we got planes also as the transportation as well. We're still testing out some bugs, ladies and gentlemen, but as your president, I assure you everything is fine and safe, and nothing will ever go wrong in this country. It is all completely fine, and I hope you enjoy my country. It was very amazing to meet you all here, and hope you enjoyed. And yeah, let's battle, let me have everything is